What's up, peeps? It's me, your boy MC. Welcome back to LEGO Therapy and part 2 of the Bowser build. When we left off last week, we had just finished bag 1, and we're talking about how creative outlets like LEGO building, or leather crafting, or carpentry, they can be great ways to help people like myself in dealing with our PTSD issues. What's your creative outlet? Let me know in the comments below, and let's get into part 2 of Bowser.
But yeah, he actually creates things from his brain. I don't do that. I create somebody else's creations. And then I come on here and I talk to you fine folks about it. I think he's a way more impressive person than I am. Just a guy that likes to put stuff together. Oops. Almost lost pieces. Actually, they were extra pieces. All right. It's definitely different. I'm having to move the eye pen around a lot. That's fine. We're gonna work this out. We're gonna come up with a system at some point that is like foolproof. Although then I'll probably find something else I like better. That's how I work. I'm constantly sorting, right? When you're constantly sorting and organizing, you always find better ways to do things. At least I do. Maybe that's weird. Maybe that's part of my mental crazy. Did y'all notice my shirt today? It's on like Donkey Kong. I don't have a Bowser shirt, and I really wish I did. Kind of makes me sad. I had the Mario shirt that I wore on the last video, along with my Superman hat. You see I got contradiction again? I got DC and Nintendo though, so that was a continued theme from the last video. Last one I had Superman and Mario. I just didn't think it would make sense to wear a Mario shirt again. And also Mario beats up on Bowser, and this is Bowser Celebration Day. We're celebrating Bowser and all his Bowserness and his singing skills. Peaches, 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 peaches. You don't want me to sing. You guys have heard me sing before. It's kind of scary. I cannot carry a tune. I was a drummer in high school. Percussionist for those of you who are probably screaming at me right now on the camera. It's not just a drummer. I mean, I was an okay percussionist. I think I was a pretty good drummer. I loved snare. That was my instrument in marching band. But I was not diligent as I should have been. So, Mr. S, if you're watching at all, ever, any of these videos, you're the bomb.com. You're one of the only reasons I got through high school, because I did not like school and I was a dork and I got beat up. Verbally, mostly. Sometimes physically. I was a weak kid. All right, let's bring this back over. But it is what it is. I made it through thanks to people like Mr. S. He's actually one of the only teachers I actually really remember too. We're still friends on Facebook. Good old Facebook. Oh, as I was gonna say though, Mr. S, I'm sorry. I did not work harder. I could have been a much better drummer, percussionist, but music wasn't my whole life. It was just something I did because it was fun. But you are still a great teacher. You're a great person, and I'm I am thankful that there are people like you, especially in that school where I grew up, because I feel like music education is being lost in a lot of places, and you are one of the people that fights to keep it alive and keep motivating young kids to work hard and work hard and work towards their potential and be musicians in this world, because music is important. Music is important, I believe. Bam! Bag 2 complete. All right. Let me get my picture real quick before I forget. Got a real solid bass going on right now. And man, this is one of the cool things. Like, I've never seen any of my sets do this yet. So they got a little slide out piece here. I know I'm not gonna look at the box. I'm not gonna cheat and find out the answer ahead of time. But one of the cool things, because I've done a few Nintendo sets now, about 3 or 4, and they have these little barcode deals. You can see that guy. Terrible with the angles. And they sell like all the Mario Lego sets are designed to be played with, like truly they are. Not just build them, but then afterwards they have like little Mario figures with some sort of microchipping inside, and you can put the little Mario or Luigi or whatever on the little barcode, and it makes sounds, and his little chest lights up, and it does all kinds of cool things. So anyways, I'm excited to see what that does later on. In fact, I'll probably have to come back and show y'all. Well, I'll get them. I'll pull my Mario out and see what it does, so you guys can enjoy that later on. But that's only bag 2. We've got 20 more bags, and it's time for me to eat. It's breakfast time, so I'm gonna pause this. But because of the magic of the internet, it'll be like I was never gone. You'll just get me right back. I will be back shortly, peeps. I'll be back shortly. Bam! Just like that, I'm back. It's magic. Told you guys. Ooh, bag number 3 is a small bag. This is gonna be a quick one. I can feel it. It's gonna be a quick one. That's all right. I enjoy it all. I'm refreshed from breakfast. Woo! What'd you guys do during that super fast break? No, nothing, because it was nothing to you guys. It was then, and then it was back. Ooh, a lot of smooth pieces in this one. A lot of caps, as I like to call them, cappers. All right, sorting time. These are all, oops, see? Well, I need that Lego table. Make my life so much easier. They're all the same piece. I like it. That guy to the side. Stick cappers. Square. Actually, no. These aren't cappers. Y'all know I make up my own names for everything. And then I even forget my own names for the pieces. These aren't cappers. These are flats. The cappers are the ones that are like this. I don't see any in this set or this kit bag. Words are hard, guys. Words are hard. These are all flats. L flats, square flats, corner triangle flats, square corner flats. I got so many names. Lego has so many different pieces. It's hard to keep up with them all. I just make up my own names. If y'all haven't seen my channel before, I just say whatever they look like. Whatever they look like to me, that's what they're called. I think once in a blue moon I actually get the name correct, or at least somewhat close to what Lego calls them. But I'm not a snob, not an aficionado or anything like that. I just love to build Lego. I try to be appropriate. See, I say Lego as much as possible, not Legos. Because I learned from the internets that Lego is the plural of Lego, which is really funny. But I try to say Lego sets or Lego pieces or Lego bricks. But I fail at that sometimes too. Sometimes, ooh, all 16 gold ones at once. Gold mounds. This looks like a mound for a septic. I don't know if you guys can see this. Mound for a septic tank. You guys have septic tanks where you live? I live in Florida. We have septic tanks. At least some of us do. Some of my neighbors are more lucky than others. They're on city water, but I'm on septic. Not terrible. All right. I'm gonna put this over here so I can see it. I'm gonna pull this guy right in front of me so I can work it. Work it! I need a glass of water. You know how guys always talk about I need a truth point, right? I gotta start with a truth point. I don't always talk about it. I've talked about it in the past. I need my truth point so I know where to start from. On this one, it's gonna be this top corner lined up with this dimple piece. We're gonna work from there. Yeah, I like it. Ooh, peeps. That bag, even though it was short and it was not a ton of pieces, that was a challenge. Y'all want to have a nice look at that guy. So I went into this with one mindset, and I got quickly humbled for sure. So like all this framing, and then you saw me put these red ones down quick. It was just like, I didn't even imagine it was just squares, right? And then you get down into that section here, that section here, and I was quickly dropped on my head. I was like, ooh, holy cow. If y'all know me, I'm not good at geography. That was a joke, geometry. But I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Lego, actually, let me take my picture. Lego really is a great comparison of life, right? Because I thought I understood what I was doing. It seemed pretty simple, and I jumped into it, and I got my teeth knocked in really quick, and I was trying to use one technique of just kind of doing all of one piece and then doing all the next piece, and that quickly proved to be difficult. I was like, oh shoot, I'm having to look back and forth a lot. And so I learned a lesson really quick. I was like, man, this technique that I'm using is not really good. It's not an effective technique. So when I did the left side, I'd use that technique, and I didn't like it. Didn't like how it worked. So life lesson, I changed things up. Right? You can't keep doing the same things and expecting the same results, or expecting different results. Yeah. Definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result. Anyways, yeah. So I had to adapt and overcome. And, nothing too crazy. I did shoot one piece across the room as I removed it. I had to change my approach, because my initial approach, while it worked, it seemed to take a lot longer. And so, I met a challenge, and then I definitely overcame it initially, but then I was like, all right, well, now I see I have the same challenge over here. It's just set up slightly different. So let me take it from a different angle. Let me try a different tactic. And the second time went went better. I think I was much faster. Of course, I'm not sitting here timing it. You guys probably could have. Actually, it's going to be sped up. I'm sure when I do my post-production, because I wasn't talking, I will have sped that section up. But yeah, it was definitely felt smoother the second time. Instead of trying to do all one piece, I just worked top to bottom, kind of like a book. Went back and forth, and got it done. I was proud of myself for learning a lesson, and also, I felt myself speeding up on that first section where it was really easy and really obvious where everything was going. And I had a fear that I was going to make mistakes, and I didn't. I didn't make any mistakes, but that was really because Lego really kicked me and said, here, slow down with this section. This is a lot more difficult. And that's, I think, where that 18 plus comes in on this rating. A lot of little pieces and not very obvious. I had to really sit there and work at it. So thank you, Lego, for that humbling moment. That was unexpected. I was not ready for that. I thought, oh, I'm going to smash this bag in like 2 minutes. And that did not happen. So here we are on to bag 4. Do I have this piece somewhere else? Guess not. All right. Oh, I do. See? It's right there. Thought I did. It's very rare you have one of just one piece, but occasionally it happens. Boom. And peaches, peaches, peaches. Here we go. Next section. Just in case you guys were wondering what song is stuck in my head today, because you guys know, you peeps know, MC always has a song going in my head. Sometimes it's my own made-up songs, but more often than not, it's a real song. And yeah, that's the song. Old Jack Black singing about Peaches, how much he loves her. It's hilarious how much the whole Mario franchise has morphed over the years. It's just a little 8-bit game once upon a time. We just wanted to go out there and smash the levels. Now there's a whole amazing story behind it and movies and everything. Super awesome. Here again, this is one of the many things that I love about Lego and their genius, right? So like, They could just give you a whole pyramid like that. See, you can see in that camera, that piece looks like one pyramid, but it's actually two pieces that now you have to work for it. You have to earn it, and that's good. I like it. It makes me, again, have to slow down and think about what I'm doing, put them on at the right angle, get the right appearance. It's awesome. Lego does not, they do everything, at least from what I can tell. I don't work at Lego. I feel like everything they do, though, is thoroughly thought out. It's a very intense process they come up with to build all their different techniques of how you get the different angles and the looks. Because I remember growing up with Lego and it was just bricks, it was just blocks, and everything was square, and now everything is super realistic. Maybe they had stuff like this back then, but I feel like it was not a lot of that. I feel like it was mostly like castles and stuff, but everything was kind of squared off, like Lincoln Log. I realized the other day, I was thinking about this, I've always really been into building things. It just never was like, I've always been a pro wrestling fan, so I always thought that was my main passion in life, and I never thought so much about it. I had a thought the other day, like, I've done some sort of building thing basically my whole life. I did Lincoln Logs when I was a kid. I did erector sets, and I can't remember what the brand was, but there was another brand that did basically the same thing as erector sets, but they had different styles, like motorcycles and things like that. Lego, in the early 2000s, there was a whole series. I was supposed to build two of those. See, 3D direction. All right, let's go back. That frustrates me, but okay. I didn't pay attention. I'm just gonna build the same thing twice, but I already know what I gotta do. Anywho, there was a series in the early 2000s that I was huge into called Bionicle, and I didn't realize it at the time. I realized it recently that Bionicle is actually a Lego collection that they no longer make. Heard rumor that they might be bringing it back, but I was super huge into those. I built so many Bionicles, and I really regret getting rid of them now. Yeah, it was one of those things. You grow older and you get more stuff, and you run out of space. And I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. This is kid stuff, man. Like I said, I think I said on the last episode, that's important. Important to me now in life is not losing what made me happy as a kid, because life needs to be fun. You need to enjoy it. Otherwise, what is the point? What is the point if all we're doing is going to work to eventually die? I'm not trying to live my life like that anymore. I want to be more positive. I want to be more happy. I want to enjoy the time that I have on Earth, especially the time with my children. I want to make them happy. I want them to enjoy life. That's why I try not to make them be adults so soon. I want them to just, grow up and play and have fun. Be kids. I don't want them to lose that joy for life that I know a lot of us get in the habit of doing. We grow up and we're like, I gotta get a job and I gotta make money, and money's great, but what am I doing with all that money if I'm not having fun, if I'm not being happy with it? So that's why I don't mind some of my money going towards this. This is fun. To not to be cliche, but it's therapeutic. It makes me happy. So hope you guys, you peeps out there, you're all doing things to make you happy too. You know, have fun, be a kid, enjoy your life. Enjoy it. That's the point, I believe. How you guys liking this iPads over there? I feel like you get a little better view of my building process. I feel. Maybe you disagree. Oh look, I can turn this around so you can see what I'm actually building since I already built one. Bag 4. Ooh. Oh! I think that's the point though. Told you can play with these things. I know these are supposed to just be able to knock over. I saw some previews on that. Boom! Bag 4. Oh, okay. That's the completion of the base. So the stand is done. As you can see, the next thing I'm building. Starting off with Bowser. So, oh, look at me. They're so symmetrical. It's, you know, a little attention to detail, peeps. Attention to detail is important. All right, let me get my photo op in here.
All right, peeps, that's all I got for you this week. As always, if you enjoyed what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I know this episode went a little bit longer, but I wanted to finish up the base because next week we're jumping right into the part that everybody's looking forward to, Bowser. Thanks again for coming. This week of Lego Therapy is complete, and as always, holla!